Okay, what we got here is the Slash two-wheel drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the front end off, and I'm going to show you how. What I'm going to be doing is I'm taking the front end off so I can clean up the arms and replace the stock steering blocks. The tools you'll need is either a screwdriver or trusty T-handle Allen wrench that fits the bolts. But me, I'm going to go with this drill, little drill. What I'm going to be using is a T15 bit, Allen bit, and a H5-64 for this. The first screw that you take out, set of screws you take out, are these three right here. It's to hold the front part of the bumper onto the truck. Now when you remove these three, the whole bumper will flop around a little bit, but not bad. Then you gotta swap out for the smaller guy, for the H5 bit, to remove the two little screws. Now these ones are fairly long. They're a little bit longer, so they'll take a little bit more time to get out. And then when you get done with that little guy, you can swap back over to your T15, because when you flip it over, well, you'll have 4 screws here to take out. Now when you get done removing them 4 bolts off the bottom, your whole bumper and mounting plate will come off, just like this. You can just set that off to a side. Now when you get that off, there's going to be 2 more screws that are going to be hiding underneath that top plate that we just removed. They also take the T15 bit. Okay, you can go hide. Get this little guy out here so we don't lose him. Now when you get done with them 2, now you can do this, you can remove these 2, but it's a waste. What I like to do is I'll just remove these 2 screws down here. They take the smaller bit. Now when you remove these 2 bits, the whole front clip will come off if you already have the steering linkage arm removed from the rest of the vehicle. Now when you get done with them 2, make sure you grab right here and here so you can flip it back over to get it done the right way. And then you take a really good grasp right here, because you'll have to kind of spin or play with it a little bit to get it past the body post. But when you get them 2 last screws taken out, this is what you'll have. Your whole front clip, as you guys can see. There's nothing there. So then when you get done with that, you can just set it off to the side. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take these tires off. These nice pretty tires. Never been in, believe it or not. Remove the tire. Then I got these nice little blue aluminum wheel nuts. Set that off to the side with the rim if you want. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing this piece right here. There's 2 bolts holding this in. One for the steering linkage, which is right here. Then 1 pin right there, going through the caster block, through the steering block, which holds it to be able to steer. Now, you can choose whatever one you want to remove. I'm going to remove this one first, because it's already ready. Probably one good thing is you got a T-wrench like this for your lug nuts. It also fits for the nuts. Go ahead. And just knock it out of there. And then you can just remove the arm out of the way. Then when you get that done, you can just remove this arm. I suggest using an Allen wrench that fits it, not the drill, because these ones will strip easier. Just go ahead and be real gentle with it, because it's going up against your aluminum. So yeah, I like to use the hand tool for that one, especially since it's up against my brand new aluminum. Keep it nice. Try to keep it nice at least. Now when you remove that pin, this is what it will look like. Little pin. When you remove that pin, this is what you'll have. I'm not going to be reusing any of this except for the front drive shaft and the hex. Now, with these blue aluminum hexes, they got a little hex in there for an Allen wrench. I'm going to have to remove that so that I can reuse it and remove the axle. I do suggest putting a little bit of Loctite on it so that it doesn't come out. Now when you remove that, you'll have a little pin that the hex sits on. Come here, little pin. That little guy. Don't want to lose that. That's really crucial. So I'm just going to put that back in place for right now. Move that off to the side. Now, with some of your vehicles, you'll have what they call shims for the axles. Now with this one, there's one. Now when you remove the axle from the hub, make sure you put that shim back on so you know to reuse it. And then just turn around, reverse the process for the pin. And the hex. Go ahead, reattach the hex to the axle so you don't lose your pin or your shim. And then when you're done, this is what you'll have, unless you got the new ones. And then just gotta repeat the process on the other side. Same process. Remove the wheel nut, move the tire. Same process. Same side. You guys are probably wondering, why haven't I ran this yet? Well, I'll explain that later. It sucks. But it does succeed at the process. Yep. And it's going to be started. Go ahead and knock that nut out. Keep reversing. Because you will have to reuse this bolt that goes through the steering block for the steering arm to put onto the new one, along with the nut that holds it on there. Same process, Allen wrench. So you don't want to strip out that bolt, because if you strip that bolt out, oh crap. Come here, Allen wrench. you know, this pin's not threaded all the way through. It's only maybe 6 threads long for it to go through. Put that up there with the rest of it. Since you already removed the arm, just got to work with this to come out, and then that's what it will look like without the steering blocks in it. And you can just put that up to the side. Now, same process. Remove the hex really gently. Grab your pin, and then with this side, same thing. One shim. Don't need that. Re-put your shim back onto the shaft so you don't lose it. Grab your little pin for the hex. And you guys are probably wondering why this one's kind of wobbly. I had to make this one. I lost one. Yeah, I know. I say don't lose them, but what did I do? I lost them. Now, if you are going to be racing these guys, I do recommend with any grub screw like that, put a dab of Loctite on it, because it will need it. Now when you got these two like this, you can turn around, either keep this off or you can reattach it. Another reason why I wanted to take this off is because my steering is binding up when I have it on. It wanted to bind up, but as I can tell, it's not. So that's why I removed this. It felt like it was binding in right in here, but I can't see anything. It must have been something in there for it to bind up, but well, I can hear a little squeakiness. Might need to oil it up. That's probably what it is. Now, with the new hub carriers that I'm getting for the front or steering blocks, is these bearings, they're brand new. That's going to be in the new ones. They're coming with them. They're racing bearings. These are the factory slash ones. I'm not dissing them. They are good. So keep these around. You might need them. Now, just to put it all back together, hold it up right here, you know, pretty even. You got to kind of work with it a little bit, not much, you know, not much. Then turn around, you just reverse the process. All you do is, you know, you put your 2 screws in through there, grab your T15 bit, go ahead. Go ahead, put it all back together, same way you took it apart.